So, we've established that large language models, or LLMs, are powerful but have limitations in accessing and using current or specific knowledge. Now, let's dive into what retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, is and how it addresses these challenges. Retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, is a technique that enhances large language models by connecting them to external knowledge sources. Think of it as giving the LLM a reference library to consult before it answers a question, thereby overcoming its inherent limitations. RAG specifically helps LLMs overcome several key issues. First, LLMs have a static knowledge cutoff. They only know what they were trained on, and that knowledge becomes outdated. Second, they can't natively access proprietary or real-time data that isn't part of their training set. Finally, without grounding in factual data, LLMs can sometimes hallucinate. This means they generate plausible sounding but incorrect information. RAG directly tackles these by providing current, external context. Now that we understand what RAG is conceptually, let's explore the specific reasons why it's become so essential for leveraging LLMs effectively. LLMs, by themselves, suffer from several critical knowledge deficiencies. Their training data has a staleness problem, meaning they lack up to the minute information. This can lead to what's known as hallucination, where the model invents facts because it lacks external verification or current data. Furthermore, LLMs cannot natively query private, specialized, or rapidly evolving datasets. They are cut off from this vital, dynamic information. This is precisely why RAG is needed. It integrates a retrieval mechanism that acts like a search engine for the LLM, providing it with access to up-to-date and highly relevant external information just before it generates a response. So, the key idea is that RAG bridges the gap between an LLM's generative power and the need for factual, current information. With these deficiencies in mind, you're now equipped to explore solutions that augment LLMs for robust knowledge retrieval. So, we've seen that LLMs have knowledge limitations and that RAG provides a solution. Now, let's use an analogy to better understand the RAG process. Let's view it as a collaboration between an LLM and a dedicated research assistant. We can think of RAG as creating an intelligent agent composed of two main parts. The LLM itself acts like an expert who has a vast, but fixed, knowledge base. Then, we have the research assistant. This is the retrieval component. Its job is to search through an enterprise knowledge base, find relevant snippets of information, and then provide those snippets to the expert LLM. The LLM then uses these provided snippets to synthesize a much more accurate and contextually relevant answer. This collaboration offers significant benefits. The LLM gains access to current information, ensuring its responses are grounded in verifiable evidence rather than just its training data. It also allows the LLM to handle highly domain-specific queries accurately because the retrieved context is tailored to the exact need. So, the key idea is that RAG empowers LLMs by pairing them with a research assistant that retrieves context before generation. This collaborative model enables more informed and accurate AI responses. We've explored what RAG is, why it's needed, and how it functions like a research assistant. Now, let's focus on the fundamental problem RAG solves, particularly within complex enterprise environments. Many sectors, such as finance, manufacturing, and energy, possess vast, proprietary, and constantly evolving datasets. For businesses in these fields, accurately querying and synthesizing information from these complex data sources is absolutely critical for informed decision-making. The challenge is making LLMs function as sophisticated, reliable interfaces to this specialized enterprise data, which they cannot do out of the box. RAG directly addresses this by transforming complex, siloed enterprise data into accessible, actionable intelligence. It enables LLMs to effectively process and synthesize this specialized information, ultimately driving better, more informed business decisions. So, the key idea is that RAG enables LLMs to effectively process and synthesize vast, specialized enterprise data for informed decision-making. With these capabilities in hand, you're ready to move on to understanding the practical implementation of RAG systems.